Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019, Stage Racer, episode number 96. We're in Stage 11, Giro d'Italia. After a difficult start, we've moved up to third place. Things went much better the last couple of stages. And today, finally, for only the second time in the entirety of this race, I actually have a net neutral race day condition, which is the expected race day condition. In fact, I should be somewhere between a 0 and a +1 every day because of the fitness level, the training that I have coming in, the recovery level that I have. I should be, like a 0.8 every day, meaning more often than not, I should have a +1 race day condition. Instead, I keep having negatives over and over and over and over again in this race. Everything's been working against me, and even when things are working for me, they seem to still be working against me. Today we've got a large breakaway group. Their gap almost 3 minutes. It won't be the easiest catch, but should be able to catch them. Today, though, my team wants me to win the stage. I want to win the stage, but my team says they want me to win the stage, but they don't seem to actually want me to win the stage. First off, they're not giving me any support. They're giving all of it to Bennett for some reason today. I'm only getting 2 riders in support from the entire team. 2. But to make matters worse, if you keep watching, they're swapping who is supporting me. Almost every few seconds, it's a different set of riders who are actually supporting me. So as we go to head into the penultimate climb on the day, I don't know where my support's coming from, and for some reason both Bernal and Landa have big negatives and are already fatigued. Kwiatkowski's already fatigued, so the riders who should be there to go with me through these climbs and get me through it and see me into that position where I could win this race, they're all exhausted and supporting the wrong rider anyway. So yeah, it's a little worrying. It really is. It's amazing how dominant we've been this season, and then we finally get to the first race of only 3 that matters at all this season, and the team has absolutely fallen apart compared to where we've been at all year long.
Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Alright, as we catch the breakaway, this is actually a chance to put a little squeeze on the field here. No. That's not. We're good. We're good.
Counter-attack by R2 official.
It's just KOM attack points. Alright, so I'm good over the top. I will definitely recover on the descent. I'm down to just Bennert and Dibben in a peloton of 35. 5 riders left off the front, small gap, but 2 of them did get away a little bit. Dibben leading it out, and they're still, neither rider is working for me. So Bennett's getting 100% of the support as we go to head into the final climb. I have now Bernal with 0 energy, and we have 8K to go. climb, we're already on it. It's 9.3 kilometers, 7% average gradient, and I'm getting caught behind, well, Paulus, but okay, why I'm dropping backwards really quick. Every single rider that's going backwards seems to be looking behind them and figuring out where I am and going straight backwards. Okay, finally, with only Bennett left, I actually do have some support here with 6K to go. This time it was Mullen going backwards, and we're seeing a little acceleration here in the peloton.
Last 5 kilometers. It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps. Things are hotting up at the front.
Hey, Demulan. Why is Bennett still... Come on. Get up here. 4.5K. These guys have pulled away ever so slightly, but I'm not worried about how much they've pulled away by. This is just playing it smart, right in tempo, and I've got Palace right here anyway. He's the one, really, that I need to worry about. Where is Bennett? Bennett still has not made it up here. Come on, guy. Okay, we're going to start to speed up a little bit. Also use gel. I've now comfortably moved up to 6th wheel with Palace right here on Gegenhardt. There's Demulan. 1.6. Okay. Start to accelerate. Gel also kicking in. To the front. Come on, come on. Lopez, surprisingly, has not exhausted himself. Spread off the front. Lopez takes the stage. He never slowed down. That guy attacked at the front 6 kilometers ago and kept attacking for 6K. Very surprising. He's got to be at a +5 right now. Palace takes 3rd on the stage, so I still don't actually gain anything, and Lopez, he might have picked up about 10 seconds there. Really not worried about that, but considering I literally rode by myself on that stage, both climbs, I had 0 support, 0 riders, so that was like last season all over again, where it's like, you're thereabouts, but without any help from your team, you're never going to get anywhere. Bennett finally goes under my control when he's already 200 meters behind me, and at that point I couldn't wait for him. I'm glad I didn't, or I'm really glad I didn't, but it's unfortunate. He takes 13th on the stage. Really disappointed in my team management in how they're just leaving me hanging, because today easily could have been a win instead of a 2nd place if only I had team support. There's no reason for that. No reason at all. Stage 12, we've got a long way to go, but we've got 3 massive climbs and a long descent to the finish with a slight uphill at the end. This is definitely going to come down to those earlier climbs. This should be, if done correctly, split up way before the top of the final climb. Small group finish early on. So we'll see if that is the case. That means we need to turn the screw on the first climb. And finally, I've got some team support today. Finally have some team support today, and it's already time to get started. First off, 41 riders in the breakaway, and a large gap. It was almost 10 minutes a moment ago, but we're pulling back pretty quick. 16.5 kilometers for the first climb, 7.6% average gradient, and that's a lot of the climbing for the 3. So if we're going to turn the screw, it's got to be early. Other than Bennett, I have absolute team control. Finally. Hell yeah. Also, finally, I have a +1 race day condition, which should be about my standard. And this is only the second positive condition in 12 stages. 12. I mean, it's been horrendous how bad my luck has been in this race so far, and we're still in third place. Today could be the day to really open up gaps throughout the top 10. I don't know if that means we leave behind Paulus and leave behind Lopez and improve that position, but it definitely could be a day to distance everybody else. So we're gonna go like, I don't know, 88-ish. Pernal on -4. Landa has a +1. Okay, he's my guy today. And then Bernal, and then Kwiatkowski, and then Debin maybe? 64, 73. Yes. Yeah. Dibin, Lawless, and Bonifacio, but Lawless needs to go to the front right now because he's at the front. And we've still got a little distance here, so we'll just kind of follow for a moment. Come on up, guys. Dibin's currently the one at the back. And that's gonna do it. Okay, we got everybody up here now. So, Lawless, you are definitely a punchy guy. So we'll actually see if 80 brings you forward. It does. We're gonna wait till we're actually climbing here. Even though we are technically entering the climb here in just a moment. It starts very gradual.
Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
But Lawless is going to do a big acceleration here shortly. Okay, we are officially on the climb, but it's when we turn this corner that we're going to actually go uphill. And I'm going to have him use his punching ability to punch. Ready? Punch. We'll split it. Doesn't have to be a 95. I don't want to do too much damage to everyone here.
A symbolic kilometer as we go through the halfway stage of the race. The peloton seems to want to wind the breakaway back in. Now they're riding, and the gap is melting away. The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Okay, so Lawless nearly out of energy. We just dropped our first rider, but I know that's going to change here real soon. Bonifacio is going to go a little bit slower, even though it's the same sort of deal with him. It's still early in the climb, and I don't want to damage my entire team. Go ahead and jump onto the back here, Lawless, if you can. I mean, it's scary how bad Landa's resistance is, but then Bernal, -4s every day. His expected is a -2 because he is exhausted. So for that, no surprise. But he's had -3s, -4s every day. It's been like me. Their expected versus their actual has been really bad. Dimon, let's stay with that 88. We've still got a long ways to go on this climb, but we are doing what I was planning on doing, and that is shattering the peloton. We're down to 84.
The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Breakaway starting to see itself shatter as well halfway up the climb. Dip in, almost done. And he is done. Bonifacio Lawless out the back. I should get Bennert here before too long. And here comes the big negatives. And Kwiatkowski could absolutely climb. So we're going to slow him down a little bit. And it should still be a similar tempo. In fact, we might slow him down some more. We're already down to 61 in the peloton. I was actually hoping to be maybe even smaller by this point, down to about 40. See Kwiatkowski really not lasting long here at all, even at a slow pace. And these are those big negative race day conditions hurting us so much. That's it for Kwiatkowski.
It's up to the other teams to get their fingers out.
Bernal, Mr. Monster Climber, but look at all those minus. Everything has at least a -2 in his book. $57 left here. Okay. Bernal, give me a 93, 99. I still don't have Bennert. Where is Bennert? Oh, he's right behind me. That's good. As these guys get dropped at some point.
Attack by Bauke Mollema. Counter-attack by Coffee.
Okay. Bernal, they're overtaking him, so on to Landa. I still don't have control of Bennert.
There's an attack in the leading group. Some riders were not giving it their all in sharing the
Alright,
pace.
here's the plan. We're going to switch this up. I gotta proceed a moment. There you go. Now he'll do it. Let these guys control it. We've shattered the peloton down to 38 riders, so most of their support riders are going to be gone. Mine too, but mine are garbage right now compared to what they normally are. Still no Bennert. I'm down to just Landa, and Bennert still gets to ride for himself. Okay, 1K to go. Now I'm going to turn the screw. Okay, we sit back up. I'll recover on the way down. So 28 left. And Landa is still here. I'll let him recover. I know I'll recover, no problem.
We're into the last third of the race. We'll soon know the final outcome.
Yeah, his stamina resistance are just so low. Really does not help me. Bennert recovering as well. So just 32, 33, now 36. It's slowly getting larger, the group. Those latching on, though, might be a little more tired. 10.5K for the next climb, 5.6%. Alright, and we go back to our other tactic. Follow you. Gap just went back out to 9.5 minutes, by the way, so that descent was very, very slow. And the final couple kilometers up to the top as everybody was gasping for air, except for me, and maybe a couple other guys.
There's an attack in the group at the front.
Oh, come on. Pulling back a bunch of riders here. And the peloton is starting to shrink. Even though we just pulled in all those riders, but a lot of them will go right out the back. And just as we hit the top, Landa is toast. I want him to descend as quickly as he can so these guys can't recover. Alright. One climb to go. We got 29 in the group, already back up to 35. But a lot of these guys are going to be tired. Landa's going to push harder this time, not an 83. 12K to go. 6% average gradient. This will be a good chance to open gaps up. Landa pressuring early. That was a shorter descent. There won't be as much recovery time. But that's already it. So, do I go with 10K? Or do I sit on and see and respond? You know what?
Attacked by Rohan Dennis.
Lopez had me marked the whole way. I guess there is a sneak factor that I could have used, should have used. Red bars recovered. 8.5K. This time, we sneak out.
Attacked by Rohan Dennis.
Okay, got some separation. Now we pick a steady pace. Heart rate's very high, so we got to settle it down a little bit. It is out to 20 seconds. I could be totally exhausted over the top. If I have separation, I can hold it. If I can get up to these guys, I can catch a free ride for a moment. Slight acceleration. Oh, come on.
Such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps. Whoa, there's an attack from inside the breakaway group.
Attacked by Rohan Dennis.
Alright, back out to 20 seconds.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Let's use our gel. 30 seconds. Okay, slow it down. Still 3K to go to the top, so that's quite some distance.
The last 15 kilometers of the stage.
41 seconds. But only a small amount of energy. Gel just kicking in here. 1.8K to go. 34 seconds. Come on. Okay, just do a 99. 34 seconds. They're going to come back at me, though.
The riders are entering the last 10 kilometers of the stage.
Alright. They've caught up to me at the top, but it's a group of 7. Palace and Lopez are both here, though. So we haven't actually beaten anyone. There is one last little climb at the end. One last little punchy
5 kilometers left.
bit that I can get up. But, yeah, unfortunately, there's still 11 here.
Pierre Latour has fallen.
Could use my acrobatic and
He dug deep inside himself to earn this victory.
I might be able to get away. Okay, I'm recovered. Let's see if there's something I can do here. I have sneak again. I could use my combination of skills. Okay, I'm to the front. So we're going to sneak and attack. Can I get any separation here? No.
By Rohan Dennis.
But it's not hurting me at all right now. Acrobatic. I'm to the front, so this is good. 1K to go. Okay, sprint.
Some dreadful percentages.
Come on! Well, I can't buy any separation whatsoever. In fact, my red bar went really quick on this last 1 kilometer. There's no time bonus here. We're all on same time. Simon Yates gets to line first. I get there second. Lopez, Moulin, Palace, Carapaz, Volgren, Gegenhardt, Pino. Yeah, we just couldn't leave anyone behind. Bennett never supported me. That was still Landa supporting me. I did have the rest of the team support, but they just have those huge negative race day conditions. And while we were able to blow up the field on the first climb, we didn't get rid of everyone. We weren't able to shed the last couple support riders for those guys. And meanwhile, my guys were just... all these negative race day conditions is making it really hard to do what we need to do in this race to claim this win. I'm still in a good position, but all these negative race day conditions, mine and my teammates, and then all these stages where I don't have their support, just keeps making this really challenging. Dylan Toynes from the breakaway today claimed 6 minutes and moved into 4th place, just 6 seconds behind me. Okay. Well, he's not going to be in the breakaway anymore. But the gaps aren't opening. This is the problem. It's really not a problem. I mean, at this point, I can look just squarely at Nielsen Palace and Miguel Angel Lopez and just focus on those two, because all these guys behind me, at this point, I don't think any of them are a threat, even to Moulin. I can outclimb that guy any day. But it's... and we're running out of stages. But there's one big stage coming up that outside of Dumoulin. Hey. Is this the stage? Wait. I need to double check what's left of this thing. Oh, there's 4. There's 4 time trials. No wonder I was confident going into this, fearing stage 7 and going, oh, 4 time trials. Yeah, I've got this. Alright, so we're on stage 13 now. Let's break this down, the rest of the stages. This favors me strongly. However, There's a small flat section here, small flat section here. This could be a lower percentage, but I think all of it's going to be enough climbing that it's just an individual climb. It's not really a time trial, this stage. 8.1% average, 20 max. You can see near the top, very, very steep. You've got to save some energy for this. This is mountain rating through and through, along with your resistance, not time trial rating. So my massive advantage that I have on the time trial, I don't have here. This now comes down to what pace can you climb at individually without the group. Well, that does favor me, but managing the effort level on a stage like this is difficult to sort out, figure out how much energy to spend. You definitely need energy for the third sector, though. It's much steeper. But I could still do well from that. Should do well from that. Nothing doing on 14. In fact, it's technically a flat stage, so quick sim. 15. Again, favors me, but I can't seem to leave those two behind. Though this is, mountaintop 14K, 7%. Very well could leave them behind on that climb. Flat on 16. Oh, no, sorry. That's the time trial. 50 kilometers. What did I say last episode? A kajillion kilometer time trial. I've seen longer, but only once or twice. 17's flat. 18. Climb. Very short recovery times. I like it very much. I like it more with team support. Else category. First one, only one we've seen. I wish it was a finish at the top there, though. 20 is another good one. And 21 is not a sprint finish, so there's plenty of opportunities. Plenty of opportunities for me still. And that's why I hadn't worried. 12 stages in, though. I'm getting slightly worried. Mostly just because of all the negatives, and team negatives. You can see race day condition-wise kind of where we're at. I'm on that net neutral. I have my recovery as a positive. I have my fitness at 98%, which has me almost a +1. But the net neutral is where we've been expected to be. And out of 12 stages, I had 2 +1s and a 0. Or maybe it was a +2, a +1, and a 0. And everything else has been a negative every other stage. But what's hurting me is that Kwiatkowski and Bernal on those -2s, who've had -3s and -4s every day. They also have lower fitness. Not good. Landa, 84% fitness, so even though he's on a 0, he keeps ending up with negatives. There's a difference between, look at that tiredness. It's not even showing here, but he's showing fatigue. Objective, favorite race, and recovery to balance the fatigue, but no fitness. So he's been negative after negative. The two guys in form, Dibben and Lawless, completely useless to me. Bonifacio, completely useless to me. Bennert, the only one okay of the climbers. Good fitness. Not suffering from fatigue. Has worked for me like 2 kilometers this whole race. He's been riding for himself and is in 18th place and has done nothing. He hasn't had any stage top 10s. Isn't in a good position overall. I mean, when is the team going to just concede that he's not doing anything in this race and could help me win it. Don't they want to win this race? Apparently not. I don't know. Maybe they do. They keep saying they do. We'll see if it's true. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. We are approaching the end of the season. Also, PCM20 is coming out very soon, though the PC announcement date hasn't been announced. It could be June 4th, which is much sooner than I realized until just this morning. So, at this point, the Giro, the Tour, Vuelta, and the Worlds, that's all the content we're going to get the rest of the way. It's all going to be quick simmed outside of the Grand Tours, and we're going to be moving on. Also, here's a quick announcement. This is my idea for next season's series. I've been doing Stage Racer the last couple of years. I did a puncher this year. I've gotten to that point of total domination as a stage racer. Though the Grand Tours have been a little bit of an Achilles heel for me. We're trying to correct that now. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to step up the challenge. Not just to the last and hardest difficulty level, but I'm going to do an all-rounder where every time I level up, we train whatever the lowest skill is. And across the board, from sprinting to mountains to time trials to cobbles, all of it. Even the Barrador. Train them all. So it's going to take longer, it's going to be harder to level up. But thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.